making simple potato donuts. 1 cup of flour, and later on you will need another 3 cups of flour. Then you would need mashed potatoes, about half a cup, 1 egg, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of plain water, 1 packet of yeast, dry yeast, a pinch of salt later, butter and milk. Butter and milk. This butter and milk combined together. And actually this milk and butter I have heated up for a little while to make it a little bit warm. And later on we will need a plastic bag like this for kneading the dough. So that's all the ingredients. Add a cup of flour, yeast, and water. Mix it together. And now we will have to leave it for 10 minutes. Cover it with cloth and leave it for 10 minutes to rise. Okay, here is the result after 10 minutes. Now we will have to add the rest of the ingredients. Now we will have to add the rest of the ingredients. Potato, butter in milk that will cool down, an egg, sugar, and a pinch of salt. That's enough. Okay, and we will have to combine all the ingredients together. This is how it looks like now after I combine the ingredients. And the last ingredient is the 3 cups of flour that I need to combine to the mixture slowly until I can form a soft dough. This is how it looks like now after combining 3 cups of flour all together, and I still have a little bit left here for the put a fourth cup. So now what I'm going to do to make my kitchen not so very messy later, I'm going to place it in a plastic bag to continue kneading. So I'm gonna take it away from the bowl like this. Take it all away from the bowl. So how it looks like now, and place it in the plastic like this. This is to reduce the mess in my kitchen. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to knead it for another 20 minutes until it forms into a very soft dough. And after doing this, I'm going to leave it for another hour to rise. So I will just keep doing this for 20 minutes. So later you will see how it would look like. This is how it looks like now after 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of kneading. You can see it's now very soft. And what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to place it back to the bowl. But I'm going to leave it in a plastic. Place it in a bowl. Just keep it open like this. And leave it here to rise for 45 minutes. I need to cover it first. Leave it to. After 45 minutes, here is the result of the dough. Look, it looks big now. It has risen quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch it like this to release the air. And I will have to add a little bit of flour so that it won't stick to the plastic bag. And I will slowly remove it from the plastic bag. Slowly release it from the plastic bag. I'm going to place it again in a bowl and let it stay there for a while. And I'm gonna divide it into 16 equal parts. So look, it's beautiful. Yeah, let it stick together. Punch it a little bit. So here is the dough now. It's very nice and very smooth. And the plastic bag, I'm going to use it again for making the donuts, to form the donuts, the little donuts, so that I'm not going to make a lot of mess on my table. So reuse it. I'm going to cut the dough in 16 equal parts. So I'm placing it here. So I'm gonna knead it a little bit to form it a little bit smooth and round, mixed together properly. Yeah, roll it like this. And I'm going to cut it later. From this whole dough, I'm going to cut it into two first. Make sure that they are equal. So two, so half and half. So they are equal parts. Two equal parts. And this is one. And then from these two, I'm gonna cut them again. Half. I'm going to form them 16 equal parts. Here I have divided the dough into 8 equal parts. I had to roll it on my hand like this until they form into a little soft ball. And I have to cut them again because I need to make 16 donuts like this. So each one I have to roll in my hand, on my hand for a little while. Add a little bit of flour. And place it to this side. Okay. Okay. After forming all this dough into little balls, I will have to form it into a donut shape. All I have to do is poke it in on the middle and then like this. Poke my hand right in the middle, and then I have to roll it through my fingers until it becomes like this. Can you see that? Yeah. Some people use a kind of a molder, but I think this one is easier for me to do. So I will let it rise for another 20 minutes before I fry them. So I'm gonna let it stay for another 20 minutes after I form them into donuts. Cover them and fry them later after 20 minutes. Here are formed dough of 16 donuts. And I'm going to close it for a while, 20 minutes. And I have to heat now the oil. So we'll see later. That's how they look like after 20 minutes. They have grown quite a lot again. In a pan, we need to heat up about half a liter of cooking oil. You could use raps oil. I'm using raps oil or sunflower oil. You can also use. So let it heat up. Okay, once the oil is heated, have to slowly add all the donuts. Like this. Slowly add the donuts to fry. Once it's already brown, we have to turn it to the other side. Slowly turn it to the other side. That. They look so beautiful and huge. So fluffy. Okay, while the cooked donuts are still hot, we will need to sprinkle some white sugar on it. So that means we will need additional sugar for garnishing. Have to roll it like this so all the sugar will stick to the donuts. It looks so yummy. Okay, slowly but surely. Super soft and yummy.